My friends, I just got done watching the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer, and I needed to talk about it because I am nerding out and flailing, and I want to preface this by saying that if you want to avoid any sorts of teasers or spoilers, you might want to click away. I am going to be talking about the trailer. I know some people opt to not even watch trailers, so just keep that in mind. I'm about to talk about the contents of the trailer in a general sense because I think everyone should go and watch it themselves. However, I think before I want to talk about the trailer, I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe, deserves some kudos because they are one of very few cinematic universes who have managed to get to this point where they are creating this expanded universe where they are cultivating these very rich, complex characters and have like these very well thought interwoven storylines that do very well to avoid plot holes. And I think that that's something that has infrequently been reached. I would argue that the only other franchise to successfully do this would probably be the Star Trek franchise. But I will say that I think Marvel has done a great job. So, Sam Raimi, who is a well known horror film director, is directing this film. And if you watch the trailer, there are a lot of horror aspects to it, which I am particularly excited about because it also so happens to feature one of my favorite characters, the Scarlet Witch, or Wanda Maximoff, who we've seen since Avengers Age of Ultron and a variety of different Marvel projects, film and show. And I'm really excited for her to develop into a more well rounded and celebrated character. I think WandaVision did an excellent job doing that, but I think this film has the potential to really expand upon her depth, which I think would do the character justice. In fact, I'm going to flat out say it. I think this character needs her own Marvel film. Like there are few female characters aside from like maybe Captain Marvel, of course, like she's the only one. There are few who receive any films that feature them, and I think that it's time that Scarlet Witch gets a feature film. But I digress. Throughout this trailer, we see that Doctor Strange is continuing, his life after Spider-Man No Way Home, in which he had to make a very difficult decision, which, so happened to cause some multiversal problems, breaking the boundaries between multiverses, and we see that he's kind of wrangling with these different alternate universes throughout the trailer and the TV spots, because we see like different variants of Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch from different universes, which I think is going to be very exciting. So I do have a few theories that I want to share. There is a certain point in the trailer where we get to hear the voice of Charles Xavier by Patrick Stewart from the classic X-Men films. And of course, undoubtedly, that means that he's probably going to be taking on a role in this film as an individual in a group of powerful minds who essentially, police the universe or the world for like problems or threats to the planet, and they could be alternate variants from a different universe, who knows. But we see that he's present, and I think that that is a great chance that the X-Men could be brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe finally. Not only them, but also the Fantastic Four. We also see that Wanda is wrangling with her own variants potentially. There is a TV spot that features zombie Wanda, which is pretty exciting, and zombie Doctor Strange, who were shown to us for the first time in a live action sense in the Marvel What If show. So I think that there is a lot happening. like there's a lot to navigate with this film. I think that Marvel is wanting to bring the entire Marvel comic universe into perspective and have it follow one linear, storyline. So I think this would be the film that really bridges the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, because Spider-Man No Way Home bridged together different Spider-Man films. So I think that, this is just the next step of that process. But we get really cool development of both Doctor Strange and Wanda, and we get a lot of horror aspects, which is really cool. Now, my final theory. A lot of people are thinking that Wanda is going to be the villain. I think that Wanda is going to be more so painted into being this anti-hero, because there is a quote that she states in the film, or in the trailer, where she says, when you break the rules, you become a hero. When I break the rules, I become the enemy. And I think that that's going to bring about like this very interesting dynamic, because in the comics, Wanda wasn't always a hero or a villain. Sometimes she was beyond that dichotomy, right? So I think that it would be very wise of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to do that, because that would mean more diversified and interesting stories outside of just the superhero and supervillain dynamic that is just kind of overdone at this point, right? But anyway, share your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm really eager to hear what you all have to think about the trailer. I'm particularly excited, and I think that it's just going to be fun. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.